Hi North Haven, this video is going to show you how to download and use the Chrome app version of IPEVO Visualizer. So this is going to work for the teachers that eventually are going to have Chromebooks at the middle school. When those come in, you'll come to the Chrome web store and search for IPEVO Visualizer. Then you're going to click Add to Chrome, click Add App, and then it should pop up and show you that you have it right here with all your other apps. From here, you can click on the visualizer and it will open. So the setup for this is very similar to the Microsoft version. Over here on the left, you have some tools. You do have less tools because this is a newer product and they're still developing. At the top left, you have your settings. From here, you have just your instant view or your snapshot timer. You're not going to have the ability to change your file and your names like you do in the other versions. You have the camera option, which lets you change which camera you're viewing. You also have the vertical and horizontal keystone. I don't know why they kept that feature. Maybe it was easy to keep in because out of all the features, I don't necessarily think that's the best, but it's there. You can zoom and then use this yellow square at the bottom to change which part you're zooming in on. You can also rotate. So if you don't want to actually manually move the head of your camera, and that actually makes sense because when I try and move this, see how the picture kind of joggles and jostles, and then also getting it perfectly set and that exact angle is not necessarily easy. So this actually works better in this option than it does in the Microsoft versions. You can also do a mirror if you want to. The last option is the resolution, which is nice because it's going to change the ratio. So if I bring my camera up a little bit higher, this would be one ratio. But if I wanted it to fit my paper a little better, this gives me a little bit of a wider view. So you can play around with the resolution to get the best view for your document. Other options you have here is that you can freeze it. So if I freeze and then bring my hand under, you can't see it. And that's kind of nice if you want to switch out your documents, or if you're working on a problem or a question, you can start writing what you want the students to see without them seeing what you're doing. You also have screen mask, which lets you bring this line while you're reading. You'll also notice that there's this red dot. So if you want to point to a specific word or letter, you can with the red dot. Right here, you have an annotation tool. So you can write. If you click a second time on the pen, you can change the size and the colors. You can also erase. If you click a second time, you can change the size of the eraser, or you can choose to clear all. To turn it off, just click the button a second time. If you click the up arrow, you'll see your other recording options. So right now, this camera just takes screenshots, but you can also click record to record a video of up to 15 minutes. You can also do time lapse. So if you want to do something over time and just have students see specific parts, you can do that. The next one is the stop motion animation. So if you want to use stop motion animation, you can. The last one then is the QR code, and that will just scan any QR codes if you put them in the center.